Hey guys, and welcome to my iPhone 4S follow-up review. So I've had my iPhone now for about 7 to 8 weeks. As I said in my initial review, I visit back around this time just to give you guys what if my initial impression had changed. After I've had time to play around with my phone, get a chance to know it, what it can do, and that sort of stuff. So it's been a couple of weeks, and my primary issue with the iPhone 4S is exactly the same as it was when I initially brought it and did the initial follow-up review, and that is the battery life is particularly poor. There are a few things you can do to sort of change down. I mean, you can turn off your Wi-Fi and your 3G, but to be completely honest, I don't feel like you should have to do that on a modern phone. You shouldn't have to turn off your connectivity to prolong your battery life. So battery life, is relatively poor. I do think something they will address in the next iPhone, and they'll have sort of as a bit of an issue, say an advertising point as well. And I do kind of think that the battery life is a bit too convenient for them. A lot of phones have outstanding battery lives, so I think they could have done it in the iPhone 4S, but they decided not to, purely because then they could come back with the iPhone 5, whatever it will be called, and it'll say, hey look, awesome battery life in this one compared to the previous models. That's pretty much my only gripe though. I mean, Siri and the voice activation, I don't really use, to be completely honest. I think it's a bit of a wasted feature for most people. I've used it once or twice maybe, but I haven't really found much cause to need it. The basic apps it comes with are absolutely outstanding. They're useful all the time. I mean, we have the maps on there, for instance, which I was using just the other day. I've had a couple of interviews this week, so I was able to search it in there and follow it all. It was perfect. Didn't particularly struggle with that. I thought it was useful. So app-wise, it's good. The talk to text feature needs a little bit of work. I found. I mean, obviously, when you're using it, you automatically sort of speak a little bit louder and clearer, a little bit slower. Because if you're talking to your phone, you want to be able to catch what you're saying. So obviously, when you do it, you speak a little bit different, but more clearly. Personally, I found that didn't really work. I'd be saying, if my hands were full, I didn't have time to type. I'd put the voice thing on, and I'd say something like, yep, I'll be there soon, whatever. And it wouldn't pick up on the word yep. It would pick up it is something else, like yes or yeah. Which isn't a big issue, to be honest, but it is something I picked up on whilst I was playing around with it, that some words don't quite get picked up on as they should be, as they're said. Obviously there are various reasons. I remember when it first came out, I think it was in Glasgow or somewhere in Scotland, but they couldn't use it at all, which I thought was quite funny. But obviously it's still a relatively new technology, so obviously it does have a bit of work to be done on there across the board, not just with iPhones but with all phones. Camera quality I actually have been very, very happy with. At the moment I'm actually using its front-facing camera to record this, and that's one of the things I found particularly useful when recording videos, is that I can swap it around to the front-facing camera so I can vlog to you guys or whatever. And I can see myself, which I found quite useful. The camera quality I think is pretty decent, especially when you consider it's on a phone, and even just 5 years ago we couldn't have even imagined such a high quality camera on our phone. So camera quality is outstanding, I would say. I have the 16 gig model. I think that's outstanding. Personally, I've never needed 16 gig on my phone. But obviously that's good. If I'm going to be doing some recording, I can store it all away on here. So to be honest, since my initial review, not a lot has changed. I'm still a little bit annoyed about the battery life, but in terms of everything else, I'm quite happy. There are a load of apps out that make things better and easier for you. Even though it comes with as basic, I think are pretty decent. So yeah, I can't really speak too much bad about the iPhone 4S. I still would recommend it to someone who's looking to get a smartphone. Obviously Apple has a bit of bad press at the moment for being dicks, to be completely honest with you. But I think that in terms of the iPhone 4S, I think that it's fine. A few things obviously would be tweaked, such as the voice features and the battery life. But apart from that, I can't really find anything I dislike about it. I think it's a pretty decent phone in that, in most aspects. So that's about it for my iPhone 4S follow-up review. I hope you guys enjoyed this and found it useful. I'll see you guys in the next video at some point soon. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.